Hello, it's Claire from Cluesy. Thank you so much for joining into my frequency today. So what are we talking about this week? Well, it's Tradie Month. So the month of August is going to be dedicated here at Cluesy Clinic to the health and well-being of our tradespeople. Now, I have a lot of good friends who are tradespeople. A few of my best men, I would call them, are builders. And they are exposed to lots and lots and lots of things that are bad for their health. But luckily for them, they know how to manage those and they are also active. So that's also a big bonus for tradespeople, that they're not like office workers that sit on their chairs all day. So what kind of things can affect tradies? Well, the obvious one are for the outdoor tradespeople like builders, gardeners, roof plumbers, things like that. It's sun exposure. But it's not just the sun exposure I want to talk about. I want to talk about what we do to protect ourselves from that. And a lot of tradies will wear sunscreen because sometimes, working in a long sleeve shirt, it just gets too bloody hot, or they get in the way, or there's a risk of getting the shirt caught in a sore or something like that. So they can't wear them for safety reasons. Hats can obscure your visibility and things like that. So some guys or girls won't wear hats either. So what do? They slip, slop, slap, because that's what we're told. But I just wanted to talk to you about the sunscreen and the dangers of certain sunscreens. There's been a recent article out, which we'll share with you, that outlines the top 10 worst sunscreens for you. And in Australia, those ones are things like banana boat. They contain cancer-causing chemicals. The FDA in America only approves two chemicals for two compounds for safe sunscreen, and we'll talk about one of them shortly, but that's two only. And if you look at the back of your sunscreen things that you'll get at the supermarket or the chemist, there'll be a zillion ingredients in there, and a lot of them are actually poisonous to the body, and the skin will absorb them. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about my favorite sunscreen, and it's my favorite for lots of things. It's the least harmful to us, but it's also reef safe. So for those of you who are lucky enough, like me, that live near the beach, we don't want to be getting in the ocean covered in all these poisons and then poisoning our ocean, causing reef damage and fish deaths, things like that. So, I always, when it comes to my products, I always think about the social impact, the environmental impact, and the impact of myself. So I am not endorsed by anybody, but what I want to share with you, all these tradies, if you've got friends that are tradies, and you know what, you don't even have to be a tradie, just do what's best for you. Surf mud. So surf mud is a sunscreen made by surfers and made on the Sunshine Coast. So what does it contain mostly? Zinc oxide. Now, why is zinc oxide one of the best things for sun protection and one of the only two active ingredients in sunscreen that are actually recommended by the governing bodies? Because it doesn't absorb into your skin. It actually creates a layer of protection on top of your skin and not absorbed into your skin. So that in itself is a bonus. But what I love about these particular sunscreens is the lack of additives. So this is the all body sunscreen that you would lather on all over yourself. It's water resistant. It lasts for ages. Susie, the other half of Cluesy, she's a beach volleyballer, spends a lot of time in the sun. She applies this twice in a tournament. That's it. Once before she goes and once halfway through the day, and that's it. And she doesn't get sunburnt. So what does it have in it besides zinc oxide? Well, it has jojoba oil and beeswax. Hello, there are not 752 other chemicals listed on there. You just look at this, go to your cupboard now, have a look at the sunscreen you use and look at how many ingredients are on there. Look them up and see what damage they do. This little guy is the other version of surf mud. This is for your face. So it's just applied like a foundation. So once again, I am not endorsed by surf mud, but they are reef safe. They contain no petrochemicals, no parabens, no preservatives, no silicons, and no artificial fragrances. So it is the best one. So happy Tradies Week. Do the best you can to keep out of the sun during the middle of the day. But if you can't, get the good sunscreen. Contact me if you want to know how you can get it and where the cheapest way to get it is. All right. Happy Tradie Week.